Welcome back in, everybody, to potentially the final game, or potentially the reset game here, as we look to see Navi Jr. versus StoRm. Navi Jr. in that last game, they got themselves the Pugna, they got themselves a Medusa, they got a decent-ish draft, but Moneymakers, they were just able to blaze on. They had a really aggressive early lineup. They were able to rotate, take fights, and put the pressure onto Navi Jr. Navi Jr. just didn't get anything out of that game, and StoRm probably going to come in to replicate this one. Navi Jr. may be coming through as the least, what was he called? Least favorites? I don't know what you call it, but StoRm, yeah, definitely stepping into this one as the favorites, as they are looking to secure 4th place here. Meanwhile, if Moneymakers get well, they did get the win. If they get a loss on Navi Jr. in this match, Navi Jr. will get 6th, Moneymakers will get 5th. If Navi Jr. win, we will get a full reset of the bracket, and we will go around again and again and again and again and again, as many times as it takes until we do split the tie. Looking at the draft, we're going to see the Spirit Breaker coming out, the ban on the Timbersaw, the Chen as well here as well. StoRm take away the Pugna and the Batrider. Let's see if Navi Jr. this time they go into the Morph Undying, Morph Pangolier being picked up here. Straight away for Navi Jr. And yeah, StoRm, they are 1 game away from 4th place. Navi Jr., 1 game away from sending it to a quick refresh on the ties. If we do go to a second, as in Navi Jr. win this one, and then we get another rollout in the second way round, you know, it's going to be like Navi Jr. beat StoRm, StoRm beat Moneymakers, Moneymakers beat Navi again. It will be Hurry taking over, so we'll see how that one's going to go, if we're even going to get there, if we're even going to get to the first round, or to a second round of tiebreakers. And Zeus does get picked up for StoRm. Don't mind this hero. Good burst damage up against the Morphlin. Can really look to take the hero down. Up against the... Not going to be up against the TA this time, so might not suffer in the lane, or shouldn't suffer in the lane as badly as it did in the first game. Yeah. Should have a better way around it here. Bloodseeker gets banned out, so does the Beastmaster. What is still there? Doom's still there. Specifically, a Darkseer Undying could still be picked up. So we'll see just how they want to play around it in this next phase of draft. Whether they want to take the Darkseer and maybe the Shadow Demon for themselves here up against the Morphlin for the side of StoRm. Navi Jr., are they going to let it through? Surprised they ban out the... I mean, I get why they ban out the Bloodseeker, because it's really good up against the Pangolier. But it's not a bad hero up against the Spirit Breaker as well. And with Navi Jr., I suppose they've already got the Morphlin. You can throw it in the off lane, but not really that off lane hero that we're used to seeing here, the Bloodseeker. So StoRm taking the time on the ban, coming through a lot of reserve time here to think about this one, because again, they do have the chance to respond to whatever Navi Jr. pick up, but Navi Jr. do have that next pick. So they ban out the techies. Okay, good burst damage, good hero. At the minute, it's pushing down. They do ban out the Darks here as well. Navi Jr., I wonder whether they do take out this Shadow Demon early on. Because it's still good against the Morphin. You turn the Morphin up against each other, the Disruption Illusions. Really in a good position to stop the Morphin as well. You just stop him in his tracks. You throw out the Purge so he's slowed down. Has to rely on the waveform to try and get himself away, and obviously that's a cooldown spell. So even if he's trying to strength morph himself up, he's just going to be chased down if he does get purged. So StoRm, what do they want to ban? What are they thinking of here? Again, coming through the reserve time. Just taking their time on what they actually want to be... taking away what they don't want to be playing up against. And we'll see just what it's going to be. They ban out the Lycan. Fair enough. Good hero chases down the Zeus. Good early lane pressure. Navi Jr. How do they want to respond to this one? Yeah, can kind of overwhelm StoRm as well. The Zeus isn't bad at dealing with the Lycan early on, but once he gets that Helm of the Overlord, it gets a little bit harder to take down his Ancients and take down the hero himself. So Navi Jr. What's their final ban? They're going to start to dip into their reserve time now as well. To think about what they want to be taking away. What do they want to be removing? And NAVI. They take away the Slark. Okay, some control. Just don't want to play up against that hero again, because it did look... I mean, the Slark itself wasn't bad in that last game, but I know it's a different team now as well, StoRm coming into this one. It didn't look bad, but it was kind of like the Storm Spirit making the big dives in. I'm surprised we've not seen the Storm Spirit ban out here from either side coming into this one. Although, I suppose you've got the Pangolin, you've got the Zeus on the board, so your mid laners... You could run that Pango as an off laner, but more than likely your both mid laners are secure here with the Pangolin as well as the Zeus. Navi Jr., they will be able to go back for that Undying. So they're going to have that Undying Morphling combo again. I wonder if StoRm go in for the Snapfire here. No, never mind. It's going to be the Enigma. Okay, so they're going to try and play around this one as aggressively, it looks like, as the Moneymakers did in the last game. They get a Mortar on the board as well. So Rubik gets picked up here for Navi Jr. What are we looking at? Potential offlaner here? No, because you've got the Spirit Breaker or the Enigma. One of those two going to be the offlaner. Maybe this could be the position 5 Spirit Breaker, actually. So, what do they ban out? They ban out the Underlord. Maybe Navi Jr. Do they want to ban out offlaners, or are they thinking this is going to be the Spirit Breaker offlane? Maybe even the Enigma offlane. You know, it's a good flex pairing coming out from the side of StoRm that might keep Navi guessing whether these two are going to be both supports, or whether one of them will be dipping into that offlane.
5 seconds remaining.
And StoRm. What do they want to be banning? Are they banning out offlane as well? Yeah, so they're thinking Navi Jr. Morph on the carry. Pango in the mid lane. You've got your Undying and Rubik as supports. Do you have a way? I suppose you do with a Mortar. You know, decent attack speed there to take down the Tombstone. Off lane wise, what is the way this Gareth Mage? So maybe thinking, yeah, they're not sure where it is, so they're just kind of hedging the bets on the side of Navi Jr. as the Doom comes away from StoRm. What's left off lane? Timbersaur's been taken away, right? Timbersaur, Darkseer, Bloodseeker, Beastmaster, Lycan all being taken away. StoRm could go back in for something like the Enchantress if they wanted to. Some extra early lane pressure, aggressive support as well as Navi Jr. They ban it out. So what's left here? Offlane, LC still available. They're going for the Clockwork. So question is, core Spirit Breaker or core Enigma? But they should still be, they should both be on the offlane. So it doesn't matter which way around it gets picked. Both
10 seconds remaining.
Emptiness and 1J should be, yeah, it should be that, the Enigma and the Spirit Breaker offlane. And we'll see how StoRm are going to play around that, whether we want to get aggressive again up against this Morphling in the lane. And Navi Jr., what's their final pick here? Offlaners. Up against the Mortar. Maybe the Axe isn't bad because the Mortar, you're great. They're going to go for the Magnus, actually. And Mag has dropped off just a little bit, but potential for the RP into the Rolling Thunder waveform to come through as well. It's a lot of damage there as well. The Decays, Fade Bolt stacking up the damage. So if PMA, if you can get a good start on this Magnus, and again, the Empower did get changed. Sorry, I had to think of the name though. The Empower did get changed from 75% to 50% self-damage. But that's still not a bad thing to have. It does mean that you're going to be able to get the farm. Echo Saber comes out, maybe into a straight Harpoon. Blink Daggers come out there as well. You're going to have that control, the magic damage coming through from the Shockwave onto Krilliat. The drag around as well, the control, because Mortar isn't really a hypermobile hero. So if you can drag around, control her out of these fights, it might just be enough to get that win on the board here for Navi. And like I say, get the reset in, and we go round and round again. But StoRm, again, they beat out Moneymakers in the first game. Navi Jr., they are one game down in this tie, so StoRm have got to be confident coming into this one. They've got to be so confident coming into this game. Probably coming into this one as the favourites. NAVI Junior again. A couple of losses on the board before they came into this round robin as well. And the loss in their first game of the day. StoRm, they are warmed up and ready to go. But before we get into it, we're going to take a quick word from our sponsors over at EGB. And then maybe potentially into the final game of the day.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system, welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
And here we go with NAVI Junior. This is potentially 6th place on the line here if they do lose this one. StoRm, they want to win. Who, actually, I didn't actually see. So it is going to be Emptiness, so it's going to be the core Enigma. Support, Spirit Breaker. Is Spirit Breaker... Yeah, it's going to be 1J. So it is going to be that position 4 Spirit Breaker here. And the position 5 Snako on the Clockwork, protecting out the mortar in the lane.
You have my respect.
And we'll see just where Navi are going to try and apply the pressure onto this. Because I don't know. Undyne's okay. You've got a Rubik that's going to be able to put out the Fader Bolt, but after that, depending on what spell he steals, it is 2 fairly defensive purrs. You have the zone out potential with the Undyne and the Tombstone, but you're going to have these Eidolons, Krilliat with good attack speed, that are going to be able to deal with that Tombstone fairly quickly. And then you've got the second shot coming through the Gunslinger as well from Werther that might be able to proc on the Tombstone as those fights are going on. It does prioritize heroes, so maybe just get the damage out that way while you're trying to right-click down that Tombstone. We are ready to go, though, potentially again. Final game of the day. Let's see how this mid lane is going to go as well. Richmond on the Pangolier coming in with 5 branches and tangos. He wants those stats. He wants that bottle. But the Zeus coming in, pretty much the same thing. 3 branches, a tangos, a fairy fire as well. So with the bounty runes coming through, he's going to be able to get himself there fairly quickly as well, as the Arc Lightning should bounce to Richmond. So Richmond's going to be taking a lot of harass in this lane. And whether he's going to be able to throw it right back in with a swashbuckle, whether Nicky Cool, he's going to be able to show it off, he's going to be fine. We're going to find out. Yeah, the Arc Lightning's just start to bounce around, and Nicky Cool, I imagine it's going to be mana boots to come out after the bottle as well. So he will really be able to spam out here on the Zeus. The water runes coming through if he gets himself a regen rune as well. Just meanders off to the bounty runes, and Richmond, he should suffer a lot more than Nicky Cool in this lane. Top lane, how's PMA going to do? Up against the Mortar, the fact that he's a melee hero, it means that he's going to suffer to the dead shot. Just be constantly bounced around with that, and once you get a few levels in that as well, really does push him away. So, level 4, it's a 1.25 second fear duration, and I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but in the middle of the fights, especially when you're trying to get RPs off, you're trying to get skewers off, as well as maybe harpoons, being scared away mid-cast, it might be a big pickup here, this Mortar. You can see that, again, PMA. Well, he's coming in to take down these neutral camps in the bottom lane as well. Emptiness looking for the farm up against Juice. We'll see how effective this Enigma is going to be here. Snako just being pushed back. Yeah, bottom lane. 1J looks like he's looking to get harassed here as well. Level 2, so he's got the charge. He's got that Greater Bash to come out as well. If he does get the catch out onto the Undyne, even though the Undyne has those decay stacks, they might just be able to stack up the damage here onto Riddies. And Riddies, he might suffer a little bit. 1J, in fact, coming right forward onto Juice. Just looking to get the harass off. There's, in the mid lane again, Nicky Cool going to be able to get this water rune. Richmond's going to be able to make a move towards this one. I wonder if we're going to see the snatch as well again from the Zeus that we saw a couple of games ago. Doesn't look like he was making a move towards it. So yeah, Nicky Cool, I mean, he had a good time on that Zeus in the last game. So we'll see if he's going to be able to replicate here. Top lane, this might be the first blood. The Skewer comes back. Mortar is still going to be able to pick up the kill. And now PMA is going to be in a little bit of trouble. But on the bottom lane, does he get the kill into 1J? 1J's trying to move himself in. Juice taking a lot of damage. Tombstone will be broken. And some gold being passed over. Like I say, the Eidolons, no real way to clear through those quickly. They will be able to get through those early points in the Tombstone. And Riddy's just has to back himself away from this. 1J has to be careful, though. Again, those decay stacks, he will start to stack up. As Nikiko in the mid lane takes some harass from the swashbuckle, from the shield crash coming through a Pango. But yeah, Zeus building up into the arc line. It is going to be the boot snacks as well. Bottom lane, though, the really good waveform comes through. There is going to be a charge here from 1J, but he won't be able to follow this one up. And Juice gets the kill onto Emptiness in the bottom lane. So this Enigma already starting under pressure. Not having the good start that we saw from that Enigma in the last game where he was 3 kills up in the first, like, 5 minutes. So... to NAVI Jr., where do they want to be making rotations? Do they actually want to make any? Because you've got Seneko with the protection on the top lane. Should be able to play away from Kriliak. Kriliak's got himself calling up now as well. Yeah, going to be able to throw this one out, and the Rubik's going to be taking a lot of damage coming through. The battery soul to get this kill. Skewer back. Could be both of them underneath the tier 1 tower. But PMA, he might be the one at risk here. With the damage coming through, 2 heroes. I mean, Kriliak got pretty darn low. PMA is going to be able to come up with a shockwave. 1 point in that. Holding the point at level 3 here for the Magnus. Yeah, the dead shot coming through in PMA. Every time he tries to throw it out, just being interrupted by that dead shot. Mortar, it's looking fairly clean for the Mortar at the minute. Going to be able to get the power treads in. Those are going to be the in power treads. And straight in towards a Maelstrom. Farm-wise, Zeus is at the top of the last hits here. 30 last hits on the board for the Zeus. He's looking pretty good. Mana Boots only to be able... what's up? No, he just buys them up. He has the gold coming through. Yeah, from that creep. And he is going to be able to get the gold for the Mana Boots now as well. Emptiness, it's going to be the Urn starting off for the Enigma, so they're trying to get... what? No, it's not going to be a full Spirit Vessel here for the Enigma. It's just going to be a straight-up Urn. Trying to get some kills on the board to get the charges on the Urn of Shadows. He might turn that back into a Spirit Vessel a little bit later on, but... the Morphlin more than likely going to be able to go in towards that Manta style. You know, Lincoln's is to come out as well. Mid lane, swashbuckle forward, Richmond trying to get aggressive onto the Zeus, but the Zeus having none of it. Again, going to be able to throw that harass right back. How far away? The Zeus is going to have that level 6 soon as well. So I wonder if he's going to try, you know, tell his teammates on level 6, he can get aggressive now, I'll be able to finish off the kills. And again, importantly, Chase actually comes down though. Blood Grenade, that Thunder God's Wrath, he's going to throw it out. He just get the kill. He gets 2 of them? 1J, he's not even going to go down here. The Urn Charge, it keeps the Spirit Breaker alive, and the tips, they had the damage, and yeah, the Morphlin just way too morphed into the Agi, not respecting that Thunder God's Wrath coming out. And the damage to follow up, it was just way too much, and both the Undying and the Morphlin in this lane, they go down. It's actually the Enigma with a right click that picked it up, the last 48 damage to secure the kill. But the Thunder God's Wrath brought them in kill range, and now mid lane, he's doing for Seneko. They may look for this rotation. There's not going to be a hook shot here for the Clockwork, still only level 3. But still going to be able to put the pressure onto and force this Pangolier back in the lane. Does leave the Magnus alone in the top lane up against Mortar, but Mortar, ranged hero, shouldn't be too fussed about this, getting close to his level 6 as well. I wonder if he wants to go for the point, for the Missile Hammer first, just for that extra damage. On Kriliak. Yeah, Seneko comes in, again level 3. Wisdom Runes are coming up. We'll see whether there might be just a sneaky steal coming in from either side. Now the Clockwork's not even rotating over there. He might be going around the long way. The Rubik as well, level 3 on the Rubik. So it looks, it's going to be the 1-for-1 here. The Clockwork's going to come right back into the lane. Sees the Morphlin's Courier actually. Morphlin going to lose that one, whatever he wanted to buy up there. Going towards the cornucopia, but it will be cleaned up by the Clockwork. Undying does take the Twin Gate towards the top lane. It was seen though, even his Courier comes through. So the bottom lane, they're going to try and make a move onto the Morphin now as well. Charge comes through, level 6 onto Emptiness. Emptiness has that Black Hole, but got the juice going to be forced back. These Eidolons and the Malefice damage here onto the Morphlin in the bottom lane. Where's that charge coming through though? Waveform's going to use, and 1J, he wants to get himself towards this top lane. 3v3 fight might break out here with 1J. He's got himself the charge up in a couple of seconds. Do they give the damage to Magnus though? Level 5, no level 6, no RP just yet. Level 6 on Mortar. More than 3 points here, the Mortar. Not sure what he wants to be skilling up, but he does go for a point in the Pierce the Veil. Great band. Absolutely great band. As far as I'm told. So do they want to go for... I mean, Spirit Breaker's going to see this. He's going to be locked down, though. 3 heroes around him. Clockwork coming in again. Clockwork level 4. He gets the cogs down, and Nicky Cool actually gets himself the double damage rune up. Charge comes through. They might be able to get the kill into Magnus. Thunder God's Wrath is back up. PMA has to go for that secure back. So that means he doesn't have him engaged now as well. Again, only level 5. Doesn't have that point in the RP just yet. And Nicky Cool pops the double damage rune. Looking to push in this top lane. Maybe here with 3 heroes on the side of Navi Jr. But a Thunder God's Wrath is available. Clockwork, he's going to have to get there on foot, hoofing it back towards his lane. Spirit Breaker hanging around as well. RP is up on Magnus. Level 6 is up now for him. So, the TP's going to come in from the Zeus now as well. They're going to be able to get the lockdown of the days with the cogs. Do they get the damage coming through? They're going to be able to go. Thunder God's Wrath comes out, and it's going to be the Undying getting low. Do they get the kill? They do. Really nice jump in though from the Pangolier. Swashbuckle back. He's going to be able to get the RP. He does onto 3 heroes, and Mort has already moved himself away. The waveform comes in. Nicky Cool's going to be out with the heavenly jump. Do they get the claim? They do. Richmond with the double kill here. 1J charge because Morphlin steals his form, and they're going to be able to get the kill onto the Spirit Breaker. Charge comes back out, but Richmond gets himself a triple. While this is going on, Enigma's just like, cool, I'm going to push out the bottom lane. Really big catch there. Onto the secure, back into the RP. 3 heroes more. Didn't want to come into the fight. Was so on such low health anyway. Didn't have the mana to get the Pierce the Veil off. Good stack up of damage. Navi Jr. showing signs of life that weren't there in that last game. Now maybe we are going to be going for another round. As Mortar, it is going to be the Javelin first, but the Mythal Hammer's not too far behind now. 200 gold from picking that one up. He's going to be able to come back to the fountain, heal himself up. And yeah, what can StoRm do on the group in here for the fights? You've got the Undying in the mid lane now as well. Zeus, he's going to be here. Rocket Flare comes through. That Clockwork, level 5. Not level 6 just yet. Wizard Rune will be up in the next 4 minutes. As Nicky Cool will be able to get himself an Arcane Rune. And maybe... No, it's going to be the Phylactery build still for Nicky Cool. Okay, so no right-click Zeus here today. Yeah, okay, sure. It does mean that he gets the... I'm not sure how it works if you go for the Phylactery with a Thunder God's Wrath. Does it damage? Does it do the 150 damage to everybody? But of course, I have no co-caster, no one to test the mechanics, so I do not know. Maybe someone in chat can tell me in about 5 minutes when the delay catches up. But yeah, we'll see just how Nicky Cool wants to play around this one. Like I say, going towards that Phylactery build. So Earthblade to come out after that. They're going to be able to get the charge onto the Rubik. The Rubik level 5, no spell steal. They don't actually follow it up. The Zeus wasn't close enough. Didn't want to use the Heavenly Jump to close the gap there either. Does have that Arcane Rune being popped though. Do they want to put pressure onto this mid lane here? As top lane, PMA just continues to farm up. Krillya, how's he looking? He's got himself that Maelstrom up now as well. Deadshot coming through onto PMA. PMA taking a lot of frost coming through here from the water. 4 points now, just rockets up in the Gunslinger. Commits all 4 points. And we take a look. Navi Jr., those odds are long. But if they can get off another good couple of fights, I can see them coming right back down to earth here. Yeah, Morta wants to go in towards the Dragonlance. How's Juice looking in terms of farm? Gonna be the Manta style out. Lincoln, I mean, he's getting the cornucopia early on, but it's not straight into the Lincoln Sphere. It just means that you get that early regen out, the extra little bit of damage as well. It's a fairly nice pickup for the Morphins just to have to sustain that regen. And it surprises me that we don't see, like, the Medusas go for, like, a bit of an early pickup on that as well. But what can you do? They have the build, we like to stick to it. Ring of Bassi seems to be the favourite. As top lane. 1J is going to rotate in. Smoke's going to be here. Did they get the vision onto PMA? There's going to be the charge coming through now as well. Was that Nether Strike? Does he want to commit it? He does. Oh, it's going to be mid-skewer as well. They catch him out the hook shot. They're going to be able to get the kill onto PMA. Both supports. The dead shot comes through. Thunder God's Wrath will get the kill now. And Nicky Cool, kill secured because he can't kill Steel in a pro game. So yeah, the Zeus with the Thunder God's Wrath. And it looks like... Well, unless he's only just completed out the Phylactery. No, it went on cooldown here. Mid lane, he's going to jump in. Malphite comes through. He's going to try and get himself away with the shield crash. Midnight pulses down. Richmond, so is he. Straight up dead here. Riddy's tried to rotate himself in. How are we looking on the Enigma? He's got himself the urn. Straight Greaves
Radiant
into the
structures are fortified.
Blink Diary. It looks like BKB to follow up. But you know, it looks like with the death of the Magnus, the Flak Tomb might just be random with the Thunder God's Wrath
Radiant's
and
middle
not committed
tower
onto
is
all
under
5
attack.
heroes. Daze though, does he get himself away? Trying to run himself out here. Cogs do get dropped, and Daze, he's going to be dropped alongside those Cogs. 1J might go down as Wolfen takes that Spirit Breaker form once again. 1J though, pretty healthy as the mechanism comes out for the Enigma, and he will just be able to walk himself away from this one. Juice trying to get aggressive. Does he try and deny this tier 1 tower in the mid lane? PMA will be able to get the kill on Sneko. Sneko dropping wards. Looks like they're going to leave this tier 1 tower standing on 60 health in the mid lane too. Unless Riddy wants to come in with a deny. Nope, no one going to take down this tier 1. I suppose if they take down the tier 1, it gives up a load of vision, gives up a load of movement to the side of StoRm, where they are able to move from the Radiant Jungle into the Radiant Triangle without really giving too much away. So yeah, Navi Jr., for now, they're just not going to take the deny on that tower. They're just going to let it stand on the 60 health. Feeling that vision is way more important. Speaking about vision, they get the vision onto 1J. 1J's going to try and get himself away from this one. It started off in slow-mo, but he will be able to move himself away here, the Spirit Breaker. Excuse me. The Greaves are out for the Enigma.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So we'll see if it is going to be the Blink Dagger, excuse me, after that. For him, going to be a ways away in gold, though. As Mortar will move down. Thunder God's Wrath comes out here. Hookshot's going to miss. Richmond, it was so close, but they should be able to get this jump onto the Undying now. Undying gets caught out. Shield there for the Pangolier. He's got that Rolling Thunder gun, but he's going to be bounced around the cogs. Does he get himself away from this one? Do they have the control to come through? As Daze, he did steal the dead shot. So Richmond will be able to get himself out alive. With that shield rune still intact as well.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And we'll... I mean, Nicky Cool's still farming up in the mid lane. Going towards... Is it going to be a Bloodstone here for Nicky Cool? It looks like it is. Yeah, he's got the... No, it's an Octarine Core. Okay, it's an Octarine Core. Never mind. So Octarine, so you are going to be able to cast fast to get more damage out. The burst stacks up. Obviously, your ultimate comes off cooldown faster as well. You don't get it out twice in a fight unless the fight goes super, super long. But you are going to be able to spam these spells. You get a decent amount of mana regen coming through from the Zeus as well.
Dire's middle tower
So
is
yeah,
under
he's more than
attack.
happy to get this Octarine coming through. No E-Blade's second item here for the Zeus. We'll see if he goes back for the mana boots. Not the mana boots, excuse me, the boots of travel, because he breaks down the mana boots for the Octarine Core. Yeah, whether he goes back to the boots of travel first, or if he wants that Accept, maybe even the E-Blade to come out here. How's it looking in terms of farm? 7k lead here for StoRm. One good fight, though, for the side of Navi Jr. could turn this one around. Ooh, Nether Strike. They've found the PMA. PMA's trying to get that skewer away. They have the control through. Now the charge again. 1J. They get that kill. Yeah, you saw him. He was twice. He tried to go for that charge away, but the Lightning Bolt cancels it off. Charge coming through after that one, the bash as well from 1J, and PMA just gets absolutely controlled through, won't be able to get himself away. Another death here on the side of Navi Jr. 11 kills for StoRm. They might even be able to get this tier 1 tower. They're protecting that catapult creep as well. And Navi Jr. there, yeah, they're going to lose this tier 1 tower.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Nicky Cool in the mid lane took down the tier 1. Like I say, he had 60 health left as well, so he was able to get that last hit onto it. Thundergod's Wrath comes out, maybe just making sure that Navi aren't inside a Roche pit anywhere. Trying to take away top lane, though they might go into Richmond. Richmond with a swashbuckle in. 1J to get the vision, they're going to be able to see Riddies, but the charge comes in there as well. Uses that shield crash early on. Hookshot on the back lines, they've got the lockdown into Riddies. Riddies should go down. Midnight Pulse inside the cogs. Riddies will slowly but surely tick down here. Richmond actually bounces off the steps. but won't be punished for slowly rolling himself back in. Has to roll in and arc away. PMA skew is going to be there, though. If you want to go for this one, it's the Nether Strike. He doesn't actually have the mana for it, and now he's going to be able to go for it. Gets the lockdown onto, and this is going to be the kill onto Richmond. RP's going to be used here onto the Spirit Breaker. Do they get the kill, though? Because PMA, two supports, two beefy supports, and they're even going to be able to get the kill onto Morphix if they're not careful here. Navi Jr. trying to run himself away. Yeah, the charge comes through. They should be able to, even with the Strength Morph coming through. Do they have the burst damage to get through him here? He's going to be locked down, but got the juice. Full Strength Morph coming out. Dave steals that charge, puts himself in no man's land to protect his Morphlin. The Tombstone gets dropped, and then will just be immediately cleaned up from the side of StoRm. 15-5 here from the side of StoRm, having a really good game. And again, Navi Jr., they were all right in the early parts of this game, but they've just not been able to get going recently. And that 3-man RP into the 5-man fight, it's... Oh, no, it was the 4-man, wasn't it? Because the Emptiness stayed on the bottom lane, pushing out that tier 1 tower. They've not been able to build on that momentum. And now, StoRm, they're going to be able to match themselves into the Roche Pit. You've got no tier 1 tower to TP2. It's the Dire outpost as well. Roshan, it's going to be a nighttime Roshan for the next minute or so before he starts to move. And they're going to be able to come through this weak quick before he's going to start to march towards the bottom lane. And even if they did, they fall on through the Twin Gate, they finish off the kill. And yeah, Roshan, it will be going the way of StoRm. Giving it over to Krilliat. So maybe you want to get aggressive here, given the Aegis over. I know you usually, unless you've got like a Storm Spirit or something like that that benefits from the Aegis, I know you usually do give it over to the carry.
Exquisite.
But StoRm, they are going to go for a 3-man smoke as well. Might be able to find the Morphin here. Krilliat acting as bait. Richmond's going to come in with a Rolling Thunder. Back lines. Osaneko, he's got that hookshot. Half health. Regen Boots taking him back up. Rocket Flow's going to come through. Did he get the hookshot? Black Hole. He's going to catch on to both of them. They've got the Morphin down now as well. But did they get the kill onto Richmond? On the back lines, you've got Riddy's coming in with a Tombstone. Hookshot comes out onto Daze and Daze. Can he get himself away? He stole that Black Hole. Going to be able to throw it out immediately. Cancelled by the Battery Soul. Osaneko, they're going to be able to get the charge on and take down Richmond. Nicky Cool gets this kill. Juice in the trees trying to go look for that TP away. Do they have the vision with that dead shot? They don't actually have it. Morphin will be able to get the TP away.
You can't cheat that.
So again, a really good fight. The Black Hole StoRm, but the Rubik gets it cancelled off. They don't get a kill onto anyone on the side of StoRm. They got the knockdown onto Mortar down to the low ground, so he wasn't able to finish off those kills once the Black Hole was coming through. But they still took down Richmond overall. The damage coming through from Nicky Cole was just enough.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Krilliat, yeah, look at how quickly they're taking down these 2 towers with Eidolons coming through with the right click to the speed of Krilliat. He's got himself the Moonshard now as well as that Dragon Lance.
Has fallen.
So Mortar looking really good. And I don't know if Morphin's going to be able to stop him going towards... I mean, the Axe is coming out, so it's still going to be that casual cornucopia here on the Morphin, unless he's got the Lincoln Sphere already flying out to him. Which he's got the recipe. Okay, so he's going to be going towards the Ultimate Orb. Still going to be about 1,600 gold. Away from that Ultimate Orb, 1,650. And while he is farming this one up, StoRm are just taking over the map here. They might even be able to look for another kill. The smoke comes out. 5-man smoke. Smoke breaks already onto Nicky Cool. That's just an illusion, though, of the Morphlin. What gets stolen? It's going to be the Arc Lightning here. Hop forward from the Zeus, but Daze already away with the Tumbler Spoil. He says, hey, I can do that too. As Riddy's, he is going to be the sacrificial lamb. Creep Wave isn't here. Thunder God's just a scouts out now. They might be able to take the kill in the base. They do. The dive comes through on 1J. With the help of Nicky Cool, they take down PMA. 1J will fall. But that was enough inside, behind the tier 3s for 1J to get the dive in and get the kill. And take down the Magnus. Yeah, you can see the Spirit Breaker as well. He's sick and tired of the Morphin being able to take the Spirit Breaker form. So even though it is a support Spirit Breaker, he's still going towards the Lincoln Sphere. Krilliat just continues to farm up. The Creep Wave will push towards that tier 2 tower on the top lane, but it looks like StoRm, without the Spirit Breaker, who's up in 8 seconds actually, they don't want to overcommit. They don't want to push towards that tier 2. Not sure where the rest of Navi Jr. are, so they don't want to give up any lives. Magnus TPing out to the outpost. Might try and get the jump on Nicky Cool on the bottom lane. Nicky Cool could be in trouble. Needs to leave here. 3-4 heroes just going to go straight for the TP out. And while this is going on now, Krilliat has himself a double down through. Creep Wave pushing on to this tier 2 tower. If they want to fortify, they can do, but I think they give it up to a tier 3 then. So yeah, they just let this tier 2 tower in the mid lane fall. Thunder God's Wrath comes out. They're going to try and get the kill into Spirit Breaker. Richmond, can he get himself away from this one? Nether Strike's already been used here. Spirit Breaker trying to come through. The bash, the heal's up though. Rocket Flare, the hookshot's going to miss. Daze should still go down. The double bash from 1J, the right click into the charge, and Daze tries to get himself away. Nether Strikes to a creep. Daze with the TP, bash still, can they get in range? He's going to be body blocked out, but Nikki Cool does still secure the kill.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And now the charge. They're trying to go into
Dire
PMA.
structures
They have a black hole available if they want to drop it now. The charge coming through. PMA can get himself away. Throws the RP out. Control the back lines. Richmond might be able to come through with a rolling thunder now. Do they get the kill? No. They catch him out in the black hole. They're going to be able to get 2 out of this. Richmond tries to get himself away, but he's locked in the low ground. Has to swashbuckle himself out. And swashbuckles himself right back towards the Enigma. Gets that Enigma kill. But all 5 heroes on the side of NAVI Jr. are dead, while Krilliat just pushes into the base. This is going to be at least 1 lane of racks, maybe even 2.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle
Yeah, they can move
barracks
themselves
has
down to the
fallen.
bottom lane. They have the creeps to do it. Still have this Aegis. The hookshot comes in onto Riddy's. Riddy's locked down the charge, and they get another kill. Undyne is dead. Deadshot won't connect here. But Krilliat has the Aegis for 20 seconds. How much is he going to commit onto the high ground? Doesn't want to get caught out after the Aegis pops. Doesn't want to be controlled through as well. So Krilliat, he will just back himself away. Going to have the regen coming through from this Aegis in 7 seconds as well. Goes back towards the tier 2 tower. Are they going to try and use this Aegis regen to take down the Tormentor? Well, there it goes. No, he doesn't. Just uses it on the stacks. But still, he can still go towards this Tormentor after farming out 3 stacks. Seneko going to help him out as well. Emptiness rotates in. Should be able to get the kill into the Tormentor. They absolutely do. Seneko gets himself a shard. So that is the jetpack here for the Clockwork. While this is going on, does Morphlin want the help for Daze to get their own Tormentor? Thundergods scouts this one out. So yeah, they know where it's safe to farm up. Where to be moving if they want to get aggressive up against NAVI Jr. But for now,
Radiant are
they just
scanning.
feel okay. They're grouping up here on the side of StoRm. NAVI Jr., how did they get themselves back in? Morphlin is going towards his Aghanim Scepter. Still be a ways away from that gold-wise, though. So Juice has a lot of farming to do. Net worth-wise, what are we looking at? All 3 cores on the side of
Dire's
StoRm.
top
Well, look for this. Smoke comes out. PMA does want to try and go for the dive in. Link Sphere gets broken onto Juice. Back lines, they've got the lockdown again onto Riddy's. Well, they do get the RP onto the Mortar. Mortar might die here. But the rest of the team, can they follow up? And Nimbus has been dropped. They want to go for more Rolling Thunder. There's no Black Hole for the next 46 seconds. Snako, he's got no hookshot. He's already used the jetpack as well. They do get the double kill. As God, the Juice will be able to clean up. Is that going to be enough to get them back in it, though? Do they have that momentum to come back? As... what are they going to look for? The Greaves is out in the Enigma. He's going straight Octarine. Yeah, Lincoln's Octarine to come out for the Enigma, so he's going to have better casts.
Dire's
Quicker
middle
casts.
tower has fallen.
Not going to be interrupted. If he gets the catch out, who can interrupt him? Telekinesis for the Rubik. Adaptive Strike for the Morphlin. But if they catch out the Magnus and the Pangolier, they're not going to be able to get the RP off.
Dire's
1J, they get a kill onto Riddy's. Again, 1J might be in trouble though. Tombstone has been dropped. He's stopping to farm this one up. He might, it will cost him his life. As PMA Richmond, they did find that kill. They're even going to be able to farm up the... nope, Nimbus fades off.
Dire's middle
And the
tower
creeps do
is
get
under
it.
attack.
Morphlin though is going to be careful. They get the catch out onto the Morphlin. Morphlin's going to be alone, jump in. Nikki Cool pops that Lincoln Sphere, but no follow-up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, it looks like now with the Black Hole being available, StoRm, they want to group up once again for another fight. Roshan though, we'll see what the time is on the respawn for Roshan. Because they might be able to get another one in there, get the Aegis, and then look to push down another lane of racks. So at least 5 seconds on the Roshan respawn before the big man's back up. 2.5 minutes. Okay, it's going to be a long one. 4-man smoke for the side of NAVI Jr. Were they going to look for this one though? NAVI Jr. Rocket Flare comes out, no one revealed. Hook shot. No, they do. They get it connected onto Rubik now. Rubik's going to be straight up dead. Charge coming through from the Spirit Breaker. Do they get a kill into the Clockwork? Clockwork has that Glimmer Cape, and the charge just continues to come through. Doesn't actually spread to anyone else. As Krilliat was able to get the kill onto Daze, and now PMA, he has to go for that skewer away. Still get that RP though. Do they have the damage to get the kill? Who's got the juice? He's going to have this form of the Spirit Breaker again, because the Spirit Breaker still doesn't have that Lincoln Sphere up. So Spirit Breaker buys up the ultimate up. Gold-wise, it's going to be 2,500 gold for the two, right? So he needs another 2k gold here, effectively. Snako gets himself a Wisp Moon. They're going to be able to put pressure on the tier 2. And yeah, Navi Jr., they might even lose their own Tormentor here, as the Morphlin isn't here. Krilliat rotates over just to look to do the damage. Rocket Flood comes out to try and snipe those Morphlin illusions as well that are trying to push out the bottom lane. What are we looking at? 1 minute and 18 seconds before Roshan's back up. Spirit Breaker, yeah, still going towards the Lincoln Sphere. Krilliat, how's he doing? It's going to be a Skadi coming up here from water. After the BKB, full Hurricane Pike here for him. Enigma getting close to, so he bought out the Lincoln Sphere, so he can now start on the Octarine Core.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, Roshan not up for 46 seconds. It's more than likely they're not going to be able to do it in about 15 seconds. It's more than likely going to be a daytime Roshan. Which means that maybe StoRm look to start protecting out around that bottom part of the map, because you can see here Navi Jr. already making the way over. Scouting out the Twin Gate now as well, just trying to use the creeps to put the pressure onto the top lane. The TPs are going to come through. They're not even going to go through the Twin Gate. They can't risk being caught out in this Twin Gate and losing the fight just before Roshan spawns. 18 seconds before the big man's back up. So it will be a nighttime into a daytime Roshan by, what, by about 15 seconds. And if StoRm win this fight, they're looking for the backstab. You can see that Navi Jr., they're grouping up around. They know now if Roshan was back up, it would have been done already. So they think it's going to be a daytime spawn. They're rocking up around the Twin Gates, smoked up both sides here. Who's going to be found up first? Richmond smoke breaks and Nako. Do want to try and go. Jetpack comes out. Thundergod's Wrath. He's got the scout out. Hook shot. They connect. They get the connect onto the Pangolier. And they get this kill now. There's going to be the really nice Magnus lockdown. If you have enough damage to get the kill to PMA, he does. He was coming in for the RP. But the skewer in got interrupted by his death, which is pretty permanent there, or at least for the next 43 seconds. Krilliat with the ultra kill, and Roshan, he is going to be making his way back into the pit. Just perfect timing here for the side of StoRm to be able to take this fight. StoRm, yeah, easily done. Roshan, they're going to be able to take this one away, and there's nothing Navi can do. They lost 4 heroes. In fact, look at this on the map. While they get this Roshan kill, Nikki Cool's already pushing down this top lane. There is a catapult wave. It is coming in. You've got 3 heroes dead on the side of Navi Jr. for the next 15 seconds or so. Aegis, Cheese, not picked up? Who picked it up? Or did somebody use it straight away?
Jackpot.
It's not on a courier or anything. Gem on the... as the refresher. Is that... the Zeus's refresher? It is. Oh, no, it's just a refresher recipe. Okay. He doesn't have the 2 cornucopia he needs for the double Thunder Gods. So, he's just going to be walking around. Cool. We'll see if they want to put any more pressure on. Because, again, they do have this Aegis. You've got the Zeus just hanging his courier around the secret shop as well, just to make sure with this refresher recipe on his courier, as soon as that gold's there in his account, he can buy out. And what's that? Another 1,000 gold away. 12. So, yeah, about 700 gold away from having the full refresher as well. Maybe StoRm just hang on until that refreshes up. You've got the Spirit Breaker. He's going to have that Lincoln Sphere out now for himself. Going towards the Bongo Boots. No charges left on the drums. So yeah, he's going to be going towards the Bongo Boots to get the refresh out. Krilliat looking towards the Daedalus. Meanwhile, on the side of Navi Jr., you've got your Ag Scepter up. Lincoln Sphere is here. Manta Style as well, going towards your BKB. Richmond, Skullbasher to come out next. Your own Ags, Blink Dagger, Diffusal Blade. They're going to be able to get the lockdown though. They did get the kill on Snako. Snako, who was caught out of position, goes for a point-blank hookshot though. They interrupt into the jetpack, and they do get the kill. But it shows just where Navi Jr. are. And more importantly, where they aren't here for the side of StoRm. So they know where they feel comfortable. The Zeus just wants to carry on farming out. Clockwork's dead for 40 seconds. But that should be the timing on the Zeus's refresher. Yeah, he's got it coming in now. On the courier, the full refresher out.
Radiant are scanning.
And it looks like the side of StoRm they're hunting here. Navi Jr. Well, they're not. Charge. Who are they going to be charging onto? Comes through onto... it doesn't come through onto the Morphin in the end. Yeah, so Navi Jr., not only are they not going to be joining their teammates of Navi Senior up in Division 1, they might be getting a 6th place finish here with how competent StoRm are looking in this fight. Thunder Gods comes out to scout out. They're going to be able to get the charge up now as well. Richmond, yeah, another strike to complete. Was that second Thunder Gods to come through? Richmond's going to be able to get himself away. No refresh here from the Zeus, so no double Nimbus into the double Thunder Gods, and Richmond at least will be able to get himself away. The RP gets committed though. Muerta has that Aegis. What's he going to be able to do? Do they have the charge in? They do. Aegis gets popped. Double Thunder Gods now will be coming through. Was that second Nimbus? Skrilla holds the BKB. Has that Maelstrom back in his inventory. Riddies gets really darn low. Hookshot's going to miss. And he won't be able to go onto the high ground. Well, with a hookshot at least he won't be able to go onto the... There's Muerta. Top of the net worth. It's Morphin 6,000 behind. They're grouping up. They might even find the real Morphin. He's trying to find that Nimbus. Charge comes out on the back line, so connects onto Richmond. Was that follow-up? They're going to be able to try and go with the Dust. And 1J, he might have just given away his life here. Charge comes through. 1J, he's going to be going down while this is going on. StoRm, they're trying to set up. They've still got that Black Hole. Again, the Octarine core coming through from the Enigma. Got the Lincoln Sphere still. They're waiting on the high ground, but nobody from the side of Navi Jr. They have been sieged back into their base. They're finding pickoff after pickoff after pickoff here, Navi Jr. It feels like not enough to get themselves back in. 29k net worth lead here, but they got them more to Aegis. They took down 1J a couple of times. We've got a Clockwork kill on Seneko. And this is kind of where I'm surprised that StoRm just aren't grouping up, especially with that Aegis on the board. They weren't grouping up as 5 to look to push down another lane, because they've already got one lane of racks. So I'm surprised that they weren't grouping up to push down into a second lane. And just play around the 5, man. I know the Mortar wants to farm, going towards the Silver Edge. Wait. Okay, Shadowblade coming out. Changed his mind from the Daedalus. So it's going to be the full Silver Edge here for Skrilla. In about 215, so in about 1,500 gold here for the Mortar, which, with the speed that he's farming here with the Maelstrom, as well as the Gunslinger, it's not actually that slow. You know, it's faster than you think it's going to be here. So yeah, Shadowblade comes out. Got that Moonshard if he wants to consume a little bit later on to free up another slot. They're looking for a jump here. Seneko, Jeff backing himself in. We'll see Dave point blank. Hookshot comes out onto the Rubik. Thunder God's Wrath's going to be there. They have the damage, they have the kill. And now the charge onto PMA. PMA is going to try and get himself away from this one. Zeus. Does he want to go for the TP and has those boots of travel? Can group up with the rest of his teammates. Just farming up a little bit here. Item-wise, is he trying to get the E-Blade on the board before he joins his teammates? Needs about another 400, 500 gold. Yeah, going to TP into the mid lane, finds himself a double damage rune in the river as well if he wants to check that. Not going to be the bottom one, so he has to just double up, go towards the top. But yeah, they've got the siege now available here for StoRm. No Aegis, but Skadi, Moonshard, BKB, Shadowblade coming out for the Mortar. So they're going to try and step up. They take down a tier 3 tower. Nimbus does get used as well, just to make it a little bit harder for, in case Krill does get jumped, you get the interrupt here on the Magnus. The Magnus, in terms of BKB, he doesn't have one. Richmond, Rolling Thunder comes through. Did he get a control out now as well? Richmond, he's going to try and go for this Rolling Thunder and away. PMA, he's going to try and get himself out with a skewer. Look at that damage come through, the right-click damage. And Brilliant, he's going to be able to take down his Tombstone, no problem. So the top lane will push in. Double catapult creep now as well, doing damage to the tier 3 tower. And StoRm, they're just trying to keep this focus of Navi Jr. down on the bottom lane. Rubik does rotate in, gets that fade ball out onto the creeps. The creeps on the bottom, on the top lane, excuse me, should push right back up. The RP! The pushback from the Hurricane Pike comes out at the same time as the RP. PMA is not going to be able to get the drag back here. Deadshot connects on to the Richmond. They can be able to clear up another... Holy shit, the timing there on that Hurricane Pike was pinpoint perfect there from Muerta. And the push away as the RP comes out just forces the Magnus out. And that's the RP on cooldown. 94 seconds without that spell. No refresher. Doesn't have the BKB, so he was liable for that hurricane. And yeah, Muerta. That's the thing about the harpoon. It's not instant like a blink. You do still have time to react. So if you're being harpooned in, you do have that time to throw out the hurricane pike. Push yourself away. They're going to be able to get the lockdown now as well. They get the Magnus Strike in onto the Muerta. But again, without that RP, Krillian just pops the BKB. They clean up. They force out, what's that, 3 buybacks to get the kill onto the Morphin now as well. The bash onto Richmond keeps him suspended in mid-air. They might be able to get the kill onto 1J. 1J, though, has got that Shadow Blade coming up in the next 8 seconds. Charge comes through pretty much everybody. They might want to try and turn this one around. Where's that Thunder Gods? There's going to be the refresher now as well. There's going to be a Nimbus on the deck if they want to throw it out. There's going to be the buyback coming through from the Pangolin. They clean up onto the Rubik. Still no more for now as well for 45 seconds as well. PMA, it looks like he's going to be the next one to go down. The right click's coming through here from Krillia. Inside the fountain, 1J goes. GG has been called now. Nicky Cole gets it. The 3 disconnects on the side of Navi Jr. It secures the game for the side of StoRm. And they will be moving through in 4th place. Meanwhile, Navi Jr., they get themselves 6th place, so it's still some prize money. And Moneymakers, they come back on the last day to beat out Navi, getting themselves 5th place. So, before we jump to the finals, or the end of the stream, the end of the DPC 2023, before the regional qualifiers, let's just take a look at how this is going to break down. We're going to have Navi Senior as well as Team Sexy 1 and 2 get themselves into Division 1 here. Matrashka in 3rd place, Cannot Be Touched 4 and 3. And then it's going to be StoRm in 4th place. Moneymakers in 5th. Navi Junior in 6th. And then we've got Cybercats in 7th and Sibe being relegated in 8th. So both Cybercats and Sibe, we have to wave goodbye to them, but not till after the regional qualifiers. And yeah, Navi Senior as well as Team Sexy, they get themselves into Division 1. They're going to be jumping above Alekum Nihao as well as, I believe, Namiga in Division 1 for the regional qualifiers. So congrats to them. That is going to rock it up for us in the DPC. I'm not actually sure who's going to be handling the regional qualifiers, so maybe we'll be back here with Paragon to do a little bit more of that. And again, shout out to Paragon for bringing us on for this tour, myself and Hurry. Really enjoyed it. Being able to go through the last tour 3 as well for Division 2 was really enjoyable. And yeah, I'm looking forward to what comes next for Eastern Europe, because I think they are getting better all the time. You can see the Division 1 teams, you know, Team Spirit, Bet Boom, and 9 Pandas, they're hitting their stride. They're looking really good. Virtus Pro, if all 3 of those teams do get through, Virtus Pro should be the 4th team from Eastern Europe into TI. And that's kind of the sky's the limit then when you have 4 teams in TI. But for now, thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you again next time. Don't forget to follow along. You can follow me on Twitter at ROBBNROLL. Hurry Freak there as well. Hurry_Freak. There's the Paragon. Obviously, follow the Paragon Twitch page here as well to see more action when Paragon put it on. For now, thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.